form before I kind of hide it a little bit, but great layering piece too.
That just looks great with the shorts.
Doesn't it?
Oh my gosh.
But it looks really good with the skinny jegging
yes, it
too.
does. And by the way, I just want to let you know, my jeans are coming up. Top of next hour.
Another great price.
Oh my gosh, a showstopper on the baby boot cut. So that's coming up top of next hour. But right now, let me tell you what, you're going to see fantastic values in this entire 2 hours. Okay, so it's your super stretch, it's your 5-pocket, it's your jegging, $49.90. We're gonna do not 1, 2, but 3 flex payments on this, average, petite, tall, available, and the color choices. I love that you did the classics, and I love that you did.
Well, maybe we can do a swipe on it so we can see all the colors, because we've really got a lot of colors. Just in the natural tones, you go mid-tone.
Right.
Indigo.
Right.
Chambray.
How about if I pull out the, look at that bright pink. Okay.
Then we've got the basic black. We've got a gorgeous shade of gray, which you're going to wear optic white with, and citrus tones in the summer, and it gives you a really good, stable neutral on the bottom. Then we've got what I can't live without. I just told Alice this summer, I'm collecting every bottom we do in optic white. This will probably disappear from the studio today. And then a turquoise, a lime, a purple. So you've got your novelty colors for those of you that are collectors. You've got what I call your must-have basic colors. It is a year of shades of blue. So, of course, between the mid-tone, the chambray, and the indigo, you've got plenty of blue to choose from. And the chambray and the mid-tone both have what I call a vintage finish on them, which means it's hand-rubbed. It looks like they've been lived in. They look oh so cool. And can I tell you what? Now we're into super stretch. So we'd love to show you the animation so you can see what super stretch is all about. I believe, Alice, we are closing in on almost 7,000 perfect 5-star reviews on the fabric alone. Why? Up to 6 inches of stretch in the natural waistband, up to 10 inches of stretch in the hips. It is the way this fabric is woven. It is not overloaded with spandex or man-made fibers. It's innovative in terms of its basket weave. It's aerating. It is soft beyond belief because it is long combed cotton and rayon, the big buzzword in contemporary denim. Not only extraordinary stretch, incredible softness. You will simply want to live in these.
And you can live in these because these are $49.90, but 3 flex payments today. Guys, this is the time when you get a jean that you will pull on. Nothing to fasten, nothing to mess with. It pulls on, so simple. But I love what you said about it's because it doesn't have a lot of spandex. It's not a, I gotta wiggle into this. It's not like wearing shapewear. It is like wearing your most comfortable pajamas or something because it just feels fabulous on. That aeration, comfortable, but the stretch is all the way down. Every part of this is not just stretch, it is super stretch, up to 10 inches. And again,
in the hip area, but also this really and totally approximates a 5-pocket jean, but you don't have a zipper. You have a 3-dimensional fly, which looks authentic, but you don't have a zipper jigging in. You don't have the bulk of a crossover and a button. You have absolutely the thinnest profile on a waist we've ever done. It isn't even turned under at the top. It's 1 layer of elastic, 1 layer of super stretch. You've got all the grommets and bells and whistles and the functional pockets, front and back, but you've got an elastic waist. You get into this, shimmy into it, no bulk, no shearing, unbelievable comfort to this, and incredible style. I wore these down on the airplane. I wear them constantly. I love them. I just had major surgery, so I don't, and I had it through the tummy area, so I don't necessarily always want right now metal and a zipper digging in. I don't want to have to zip something up. You guys may just say to yourselves, you know what? I want to get dressed in a perfect fitting bottom in 30 seconds. It's summertime. I mustn't fuss, but the truth is, you will love these as a year-round pant because the skinny is here to stay, and everything in the denim market, everything in the world, accessories, jewelry, shoes, handbags, scarves.
Look at that stretch.
Actually satellites around whatever is the current and dominant silhouette on a bottom. And it has been the skinny for a while. So if you're saying to yourself, I don't know, I don't think I'm really skinny enough to wear skinny, guess what? Let us just make you look skinny. And trust me, I am not a skinny girl. I'm well over 155 pounds. I get into this skinny, and all day long, all I hear, music to my ears, is, have you lost weight? Have you lost weight? Have you lost weight? Have you lost weight? Well, no, but I'll tell you what, you're going to look and feel like you did in SuperStretch. So I'm just going to pull out the chambray so you can see it, because this is my new love. Yesterday, we had a big executive meeting at HSN. I wore the indigo. That will be the one color that has the contrast top stitching to it. These are heaven.
Look at
they
that.
Stretch, they move, they flow with you. They don't only just stretch through the waist and the hip area, but look at that. I mean, it's radical. They stretch all the way down. And what you will feel, and this sounds a little creepy, but it's actually true. It's like a thousand little hands massaging you.
It just feels...
It's like a spa on a pant leg, isn't it? And every time you move, the interesting thing is you want to move more because you keep getting that feeling of that gorgeous rayon, which we use in the fashion industry as a silk equivalent these days because silk is way too expensive.
Right.
And long-combed cotton, which is so different from regular cotton. So how is it different? Well, if you are a girl like me who's got lots of hair and you need to get the ends trimmed all the time and you don't have the time to do that, I can be split end city. Well, that's literally what cotton is like. When they card it, which means when they mill it and make it into a yarn that they're then going to weave, long-combed cotton is the first weave or the first cut. So let's say that each cut is about 6-8 feet long with little split ends on each. Then it's so valuable, whatever goes to the floor, they cover the floors in plastic. They pick that up, it becomes grade B, then grade C, then grade D. So most of what you experience in denim is around grade C. Denim, you think in your mind, it's rough.
Right, it's a little scratchy.
It's scratchy, it's not so forgiving, it's not so pliable, because you've never been in SuperStretch and had long combed cotton in a jean. And then the rayon is just heaven. So what we do to get color saturation, I'll just take the turquoise, we actually mill. And here's why you get saturated color. We put the cotton and the rayon, that gets woven on the surface. We put the spandex and the little bit of polyester underneath, and therefore you get true, even, rich color saturation that stays. So this, believe it, is just a jean above and apart. If you are looking for the first time to try SuperStretch, may we suggest white, the best white jean on the market,
except
never gets yellow, never gets gray.
Except it's about to sell out. Okay, so I have 200 left total if you want the white jean in the SuperStretch skinny jegging. So last call.
And
now,
you know what? I was saying to Alice, I can't get enough. And but the funny thing is, every time I take something in SuperStretch, somebody says to me, comes up to me, or my relatives, or just says, I tried to get it. It's sold out of my size. Can I? We take the same size. Can I take yours? I am now down to, you know, this is unbelievable. One super stretch skinny jegging in black and one in white. I can't even keep them in my own closet, personally. Because once you get into this, you're never, ever going to go back to regular denim again.
And you'll never go,
guarantee it.
You know what you're not going to go to? Those yoga pants. People wear these yoga pants thinking those are the most comfortable things. Yoga pants do not have the stretch that SuperStretch does.
Beside that, do you really want to go out looking like that in public?
When
you could look tailored, defined. We were talking about it yesterday. We had a big merchandising meeting at HSN for DG2. And everybody's got a super stretch story to tell. So somebody in upper management was just saying, you know what I love about it the most? It holds me in. So beside the fact that it is this stretchy and pliable, at the same time, it defines you and holds you in. It is all about recreating your shape and no jiggle in your wiggle as you walk. So for girls like me, where there's no skinny jean on the market that's built for my body in my 60s, this becomes a miracle in a pant leg and a tremendous opportunity to restyle yourself and really rejuvenate your wardrobe.
Let me give you a quick update, okay? If you want the indigo, if you want the black, if you want the mid-tone, right now, very, very busy with those,
and you know what? I love the mid-tone. And actually, yesterday I wore...
What's the difference, right?
I wore the indigo with a little navy and white striped, sort of maritime-inspired T-shirt, one of ours, that I think is coming up in the next hour. And then I wore... actually a man's blazer I bought in Europe. They're so skinny, those guys in Europe, that women can wear the blazers. So I was wearing a natural linen blazer and then navy and white tee, this choker I have on, this necklace, and a white watch. And you know what? I just felt like $1 million. I felt so secure. Confident. Well, you know, I felt secure because when you've got a perfect fitting bottom on, your silhouette is pretty defined. Once you're perfect from here to the floor, almost anything you put on top is going to work. And the beauty of this waistband is no bulk, but also no muffin spill. So you can see where we put in that little bit, these are all done by hand, where they take a little loofah almost, and they rub it down to give you color distinction. The beauty of that is it looks like you've been the same weight and lived in these forever, but also the depth of color to the inseam and the outseam. And then everything is functional on this. I love these.
That you did pockets.
I will say, in the navy, in the indigo, I own about 4 of those. Because I'm trying to shift from wearing black all the time. You notice how successful I was this morning.
Yeah, that worked.
Yeah, that really worked.
That worked. Okay.
I really worked hard on that one.
But here's the beauty. Again, it's a pull-on. So you get that look of the 5-pocket, but no hassle. Pull it on, pull it off, and then you still get your pockets in the front. You get functional pockets in the back. 3 flex payments, guys. Already over 1,500 of you have ordered it. I have another 1,000 trying to get through right now, okay? Express ordering, hsn.com. And please let us hear your super stretch stories. We know you have them. And this is, okay, last call now on the white. The white's
and can I tell you what? This white, I used to think, I'm not going to wear white on air. It's going to be so expanding. And you want to know something? White is actually very slimming because it blurs the edges. And so you're almost in a free zone there. I love white super stretch and white super stretch light. I love it because it is the most opaque, enriched white. You can't see through it
at
all.
Oh my gosh. I bought white jeans, and you
really
can see through them, and you're like,
that when you can see the pocket back through it?
Or if you
and
have
when
on,
your legs get tan? Yeah.
If you have on, like, green underwear or something.
Oh, really, Alice?
It's like,
well, thank you for sharing that with us.
What was that? Sorry. TMI.
I don't own any green underwear, but I do own some leopard spot underwear. That wouldn't work too well. But look at how great these are. So 100 left. We really cannot talk about it
next
anymore.
To go after that will be the gray, okay? So the gray, which I think is such a great summer color.
Well, you know what I do with the
Beautiful.
gray? I'll tell you what. As an alternative to wearing black, which can be a little harsh sometimes, I love putting the gray. Like we have my shirt today in optic white. So I would put the gray on. I'd be wearing a black or white sandal or shoe. I'd be wearing an optic white shirt to give my face some color. And then I would put on a little bit of bright citrus jewelry, maybe a citrus yellow or a citrus coral.
Yeah, bring that summer in.
See this as a foundational neutral where you can really play any color off of this. Like next spring, starting around end of February, March, you're going to see in the stores at very high end shades of gray and then taking powder puff pastels, the palest pink, the palest coral, the palest lilac, and super pale aqua, and you'll be coordinating that with your gray jeggings. Okay. So take it summer, fall, winter, or spring. The colors are unique, but honestly, we are the only people in America that even do super stretch in color.
In colors. Look at that purple. And I was just going to make a point, which is, for the last 2 weeks, I've been wearing all of your Super Stretch Light, particularly, which we will show you in a second. I
saw you on air wearing it. It looks so cute.
I have been doing the bright colors and loving it. I feel modern when I wear the bright colors.
And what did your daughter say?
My daughter
that was
saw
hysterical.
Me in the yellow Super Stretch Light jeans, and I put on a blue top with it, and I walked out, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, Mom!" She goes, "You look hip." I said, "What? What did you say?" Let me just record that so I can play that back.
Surprise.
I mean, seriously, she goes, she goes, "You're actually getting more fashionable." And I went, "Right here." Everything I had on was yours. Everything. It's amazing, though. It's amazing to feel that way. At this point in my life, because, I'm going to hit a big birthday pretty soon. And it's so nice to feel engaged, to feel like I'm
you're in the midst of lifestyle dressing.
Yeah. And I've got a 15-year-old going, "You look hot."
Yeah, and
maybe lukewarm, not hot.
I know that feeling because when I invented the first DG2 jean about 9 years ago, 8.5 years ago, I remember I'd always felt for a decade I couldn't wear any bottoms I wanted to wear. I gained a lot of weight in middle age, especially around the middle junk in the trunk. I felt so separated from not only youth, but from my youth. That first DG2 jean, and the first time I got back into a jean again, that whole divide just slipped away. Suddenly, young girls that work for me, young women on the streets, they're looking at you and you can see they're thinking, she really keeps herself together. She's really got it. So you will find, whether it's the youth movement you're after, whether it is travel where you've got the perfect pant here, you've got the international language of fashion in the ideal skinny jean, which just happens to be our flat-waisted jegging.
All right, here you go. Last call now on the white. The white is going to sell out this presentation, guys. It will not be back. We still have all the other colors at this point, but frankly, already 2,200 have been ordered. It's 6 o'clock on the West Coast. And we
don't remind them, Alice.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, this is worth waking up for.